Hey, Jim. You know, about, over 3 years ago, right during the COVID quarantines, I was kind of bored and looking for something to do, so I did a video about tie-dye. Well, today, I'm going to do another one. I've improved my setup a little bit since the last time, but this is the skirt that I made for my beautiful wife, Shannon, 3 years ago, and that's one of the shirts from that day. And today you can see I've got some plastic bags set up and ready to go. I have a better setup this time because now I have a sink and I have a washer and dryer. So I have a pile of stuff here. First thing I'm gonna do is open it all up, take an inventory of what I have, and then pre-wash everything. That video, that first video, has gone on to remain almost always in my top 5% of videos as far as views go. It's had over 11,000 views. It's crazy. 300 plus likes. So today I'm gonna make some scarves and some socks, and apparently some hats. So I guess I had better get up there to that top shelf because that's where the dye shop stuff is. Well, next I'll have to scrub out this nasty old garage sink so I can make up a solution of soda ash in here and be able to put all my clean white cloth in there without getting it all smudged up and dirty. Okay, well, I got that nasty sink all cleaned out. And this is my second batch of shirts. And then I also have what appears to be a set of king-size sheets with 4 pillowcases. I haven't put those in my soda ash soak yet. But over here, this is my first batch to come out of the soda ash soak. And I wear gloves. There's some spares that I'm about to put on. So I've got all these different shirts tied up. I'm going to tie this one up here. I think that's the last one. Yeah. And then I will mix up some dye and we'll do some dyeing. Okay, there's my second batch of shirts that has just come out of the acid soda ash soak. And here's the thing I've been using for doing my application. You can see it allows the dye to run through. It's just a grill out of my Viking stove. It had 5 of them. I'm not sure why, but every time I'm done with a shirt, I just wipe off what's on the grill here. And I've got these guys all ready to go. I'm going to put a piece of plastic over them and weight it down so they'll stay here overnight and stay wet. And I'm going to mix up a little more of my dye here because I pretty much used up all of these. So I'll mix up some new colors that I've got started over here and do some more shirts. Oh yeah. And my sheets are soaking. Now, the most fun part. So I'm going to rinse them out. This first batch here, these are all just very basic, nothing fancy. When we do the next batch, maybe we'll do something a little more involved. But I'm just going to rinse these off and then undo all of them, all the rubber bands, and then see what kind of design we have. Love this part. pretty cool. Shirt number 1. I like it. All right, let's do another one. Nice. Shirt number 2, where I folded it inside out long ways. So we have mirror images here. So the sleeves are kind of a mirror image of each other. I like it. Okay, I'm going to rinse out a few more in the next step instead of one at a time here. There we have our first 8. I need to rinse them a little bit more, and they're still damp, but you can see I may not have selected the best colors, but the patterns and designs came out fairly good. The only thing I can really see here is maybe there's still a little too much white left. I did not use quite enough dye, but it does have nice patterns. This one was just sort of a scrunch. I was going for a kind of a camouflage thing. And then this one I did a kind of a dry, where I put some of the dye on it dry and then got it wet, and it, well, on the front anyway, it gave it that nice sharp speckled look. So maybe we should have a look at how I'm actually folding and tying this stuff. Here we have my next big pile of shirts that I gotta do because they've already been soaked in my soda ash. They're ready to go. This shirt, I have folded it, and kind of in a weird way. I have turned half of it inside out and pulled it through the sleeve. So you see here, that's the sleeve from the other side that I have turned inside out and pulled up. And it's not that hard to do if you just pay attention to this little seam here. Match the seam on both your sleeves and pull them tight, and it goes pretty quick and easy. So by doing that, that means that everything that I do here is going to be a pretty good mirror image. Like this guy. So this sleeve is the same as this sleeve. So you can see where it got folded in the center. It's not exactly a mirror image, but you can see what I mean. So I'm set up for my mirror image on this. I've never tried dyeing a blaze orange t-shirt before, so this totally experimental. But what I'm picturing is just some sort of a camouflage sort of a thing. I was thinking about using my gorp tray here from all of the other shirts. I'm not sure what color that will play out to be, but why not use it here? So I have to figure out a way to fold this in an interesting way. I have done kind of like an accordion fold here on the sleeve. Same thing here. You can see how it's just sort of back and forth on top of itself. And I'm going to do something maybe coming up this way at an angle. Same thing. Just did an accordion from the corner here up to the corner there. Okay, so now I've just sort of folded it over, and now I'm going to just sort of roll it up like a sausage and then rubber band it all the way down and then start dyeing it. Here we have it. I think I'm going to go full immersion in this, so I better go put on a glove. Okay, it'll be interesting to see. Hopefully it's got all sorts of fun patterns on it and it hasn't soaked completely through the whole thing, but you never know. And now it has to soak till tomorrow. Onward. Blaze orange one. This one I just kind of rolled up and then twisted up kind of like a rope and then doubled it over on itself and twisted it some more. And now I think I'm just going to throw it in the gorp. Let it soak for a bit. I know it looks kind of like yeah, never mind. I'll get gloves before I take it out. That worked out pretty well. So now with this guy, I just laid him out flat, face up regular, and offset a little low. I picked a spot and started doing a regular old twist. But the twist on this twist is as I'm twisting, I'm carefully pulling a little bit of the twist up and out as I go, and that way I'll end up with a twist that's kind of a sausage. When I go to rubber band it, I'll end up dyeing it with it laid on its side, hopefully. Let me show you. Kind of like that. It looks kind of like a bunny. Okay, that's the first guy. Twist on the twist, and I'm going to twist up a few more of these, and then if I do something different, I'll show you. Here's a 3XL Izod, and this thing I went for the horizontal accordion fold the whole way, and then I'm going to rubber band it every so often, and then when I do dye and open it up later, it should have these lovely stripes on it. That's what I'm thinking. This is a mirror image swirl where I did the inside out sleeve to sleeve thing, folding it basically in half, and then doing a swirl twist. So that might be interesting. And this one, laid out flat, did an accordion fold, basically a 45-degree angle. And I'm not doing them real carefully. I'm kind of just eyeballing them. I pick the whole shirt up and then just sort of bring it down and do the fold so it'll be real free-flowing. So I'm folding this one in half this way, and then I'm going to do a twist. This one, I'm reeling in a swirl from the upper part in this direction, and a swirl in the lower part in this direction. I finally have all of my second batch shirts prepared and tied. I haven't counted them, but there's quite a few. Those are the two I've already tied and dyed. So now it's time to start dyeing. I've decided a better strategy this time instead of this, where I don't think I matched the colors that well for the most part. I'm going to go through here and figure out what colors I actually have and mark them off here. Well, after going through them all, I put a little circle around each one that I have here, and it looks as though I have some fairly large containers that are all somewhere in the tan zone. We have some camel, we have bronze, we have khaki, so ecru. So I think I'm going to mix up those colors and have a bit of a earth tone festival for a bit. Well, that has some potential. If I said I wasn't dying, I'd be lying. Ooh, look at all that. And it sure did have potential. It looks pretty good. And I got a lot more done, and I have a lot more cooking here. So I'll catch back up with you when I get them all done and rinsed and washed out, and we'll have a look at what we have. I tried dyeing a couple of hats. Not the greatest outcome. This one's a little better. Then I did some of these linen squares or tea-towels, I guess. They're about 27 inches square. Did a few different patterns on these, but they really took the dye super nicely. All that stuff came out awesome. The sheets I made, they're just fantastic. They're in my bedroom. I'm not going to show you. So I made a couple of other scarf things. Maybe I'll show you those real quick. These are about 15 inches wide and about 55 inches long. I'm not even going to bother showing you the socks. They're just kind of sucky. Hey, had fun making all this stuff. Thanks for watching.